Let's solve this chemistry question together. It says, in the experiment below, ammonium chloride crystals deposit on the wall of the tube as a result of. Now, this question is extremely very easy. Me looking at this experiment, I already know what is happening, but I have to explain to you properly so you can understand what this question is all about. Now, if you look at the options, you see that all of the options are key aspects on the topic in chemistry called separation techniques. So, what is actually happening in this experiment to know exactly the type of separation technique that is used? Now, listen very well. You can see at first, this is a heat source and this is a test tube, all right? And this test tube is made up of solid ammonium chloride. Take note of this word solid. They are telling you that this compound, ammonium chloride, is a solid. And also, if you observe here, this is same compound, ammonium chloride. They are now asking us what is happening here. Very easy. We have to understand something very well. To answer this question, you have to understand the concept about different separation techniques in chemistry. And in the course of this video lesson, I'm going to explain in simple understanding to the separation techniques in the options so we can be able to answer the question without stress. So let's analyze option A. Option A says evaporation. So what is happening here? Is it evaporation? Now let's understand it together. Now let's start. What is evaporation in simple understanding? Evaporation is a separation technique whereby a liquid substance, listen very well, in evaporation, a liquid substance changed into a gas. That is what evaporation is all about. Though evaporation has its principle to which it works. It works on the difference in volatility of solute and solvent in a solution. Volatility has to do with the ability of a substance to evaporate. So this is evaporation. Evaporation is a separation technique that has to do with a substance changing from being a liquid to a gas. And if you observe, heat is applied and this substance is a solid. So, is evaporation as a separation technique relevant in this question? No, because it is a solid substance that is being heated. It is not a liquid substance that was heated. Do you understand? So evaporation cannot work here because evaporation has to do with liquid substance. This is a solid. Are you there? So listen very well. So from the question, they are telling us that this ammonium chloride crystals, which is solid ammonium chloride, deposits on the wall of the test tube. All right, you can see it's depositing on the wall. This wall of the test tube is depositing on the wall as a result of one thing that's happening here is that this compound is being heated. So they're not telling us that, oh, this solid is now forming deposits at the wall of the test tube. This is as a result of. That's what they're asking us. Now, is it recrystallization? No, it is not. You know, we have a separation technique called crystallization. We have another called recrystallization. In the course of this video lesson, I'm going to tell you the difference between these separation techniques. Before I do that, I have to explain to you. Solid ammonium chloride, you are looking at here, forming deposits when heated. This is as a result of a separation technique called sublimation. Now, what is sublimation? Sublimation is a separation technique whereby a solid substance changes into a gaseous substance. Are you there? Because you can see what's happening. Heat is applied. This substance now you're looking at is breaking. That's why it's forming deposit. Before you know, it will vanish out of the test tube. Are you there? So this is as a result of what? Sublimation. So what is happening here? After the solid ammonium chloride has changed into a gas, the gases formed are hydrogen chloride gas and ammonia gas. Please just take note of this. It will help you. When it vanishes, meaning that there's nothing inside this test tube again. So this is as a result of what now? Sublimation. It is not just ammonium chloride that undergoes sublimation. We have other substances like the likes of iodine. Iodine also undergoes sublimation. Even this substance called naphthalene, all right? Not just naphthalene, we have other substances like dry ice, all right? Dry ice, which is solid form of carbon dioxide, also have the ability to undergo sublimation. So basically what is happening here is that as soon as this heat is applied and the particles that makes up this solid ammonium chloride is breaking to form this deposit, it can also be cooled. Do you understand? It can also be cooled to form back the solid ammonium chloride. All of these deposits that wants to, change into a gas can also be cooled to form back the initial substance. So for the process whereby this gaseous form of substance now changes back into a solid, it is no longer called sublimation, but rather it should be called deposition. Do you understand? These deposits now change back to the solid, so we call them deposition. Listen carefully. Moving over to recrystallization. Before I talk about recrystallization, it is good for me to talk about crystallization. From the word crystallization, it's a separation technique that has to do with the formation of crystals. From the word. So basically what is happening here, let's say for instance, you take sugar mixed with water. Listen, we have a bowl, and this bowl is made up of sugar and water. So this sugar mixed with what? Water. Then you apply heat to this bowl. Applying it has to do with you boiling this water, this sugar or this sugary water. So as soon as you boil this substance, it will get to a part whereby it is the sugar crystals that will be formed. It will get to a point whereby sugar crystals will be formed. Do you understand? After cooling. After you've boiled and boiled to some extent, you cool, and then sugar crystals will be formed. That's crystallization in a very simple understanding. Okay, guys, moving over to recrystallization is a separation technique that has to do with you cleaning that crystal that you have formed by making it again. Now listen, let's say for instance you have formed the sugar crystal from this mixture of sugar and water together. After you heat it, you form the sugar crystals, and let's say for instance that sugar crystal you have formed was mixed with sand. So for you to be able to separate that sand from that sugar crystal, you had, let's say for instance, you had hot water. You understand? After adding hot water to that sugar crystal and the sand, on separation, definitely the sand will separate itself from the sugar crystal. So this will enable you to be able to, filter the sand from the sugar crystal. So you forming that, because you leave that container to actually cool again, and that pure sugar crystal will be formed. And that is what we call recrystallization. You are cleaning a crystal that you have formed before by making it again. Are you there? Whereby for fractional precipitation, precipitation is a separation technique that has to do with separation of ions based on their solubility. So that's for that. So we'll come to the end of this video lesson. If you find my video lesson helpful, make sure you click on the subscribe button to my channel and also share my lessons with your friends. Thanks for watching. To have more understanding about chemistry calculations and solving all of these type of questions, I already have them on the chemistry masterpiece, okay, which is calculations and keynotes in chemistry. So if you are preparing to write the JAM exam, this book is very, very important for you. Now, for more information getting the chemistry masterpiece, do well to direct message me via my WhatsApp number. It will be on the screen.